Hey man, what's going on, man? It's your boy KSMG back with another video, man. And today, you can tell by the thumbnail, you can tell by the title exactly what's going on, bro. Back with another discussion video, and once again, back on Marvel's Avengers, man. I'm gonna keep this series up, the little moveset prediction things, along with the little parts of the story and how I think these characters can connect and play in the game of Marvel Avengers, man. So today, you can tell by the thumbnail, man, we're gonna be talking about War Machine. War Machine is a character I feel like is definitely coming to the game, even though Miller on Twitter has been talking about how there's not a lot of work being done on him. It kind of looks like he was abandoned, not as in he's not going to come out, but they kind of just stopped working on him for the moment. I don't know what that work is looking like now. I don't do any other leaking thing. I just kind of get my information from others and stuff that I've seen. But as far as him coming to the game, I think it's gonna happen, and I think it's gonna happen with, you know, this next year, 2022, with the characters I've been doing so far. We're getting Black Panther and Spider-Man this year. Next year, I think we're gonna get Winter Soldier, She-Hulk, War Machine, and Captain Marvel to end it off. And the way all of these characters connect with the current story we have going on, I don't know how War for Wakanda is gonna end, but so far, the way it's leading up to Captain Marvel, and I think that's going to be the next expansion, it makes sense. So without further ado, let's get into the story of War Machine. Before we start though, I just want to say this is a gaming let's play channel, man, as well as discussions like this and occasional reactions. So subscribe today, man. We like to have fun over here, and let's get into it, bro. So we got Rhodey, bro. War Machine coming into this game, man. Iron Man's right hand man, buddies, best friends, yada yada yada. Now in the comics, man, I was as I've been doing with all these other characters, I like to look up as far as their connections so I can kind of get a feel for what this story is talking about. Now I said this for She-Hulk, that in one of her most recent runs when she was bigger, she had a containment suit made out of vibranium. Same thing is kind of said for War Machine. His suit isn't made out of vibranium, but after the accident, some of his limbs are actually made of vibranium, because he had that near-death experience or whatever in one run, and some of his limbs were remade as vibranium. So if Crystal Dynamics want to take that route and, you know, have something happen to him, because I mean it seemed like it always did in the comics. I think he died, or Tony died, and some accident happened in the comics as well as in the movie, so maybe that can happen. They need vibranium to kind of, you know, bring him back, or they can skip all the origin stuff. I think they're gonna skip all origin stuff for characters anyway, but I think that's one connection they could have with, you know, Wakanda being the big place we're getting now. Another thing as far as connection, man, is the West Coast Avengers. I know War Machine was with the West Coast Avengers a lot, and is another West Coast Avenger member that's actually been leaked, and that's Mockingbird. Now Mockingbird, she has her relationship with Clint. I think they're divorced now, but she also has a relationship with Spider-Man, and, you know, that can set up a whole lot more along with the West Coast Avengers. There was actually a leak a while ago with America Chavez. Captain America is talking to Kate about America Chavez and the West Coast Avengers. I'll put it in the background real quick.
I tried contacting the old LA team, but still no sign of Chavez. I'm sorry.
We'll keep looking. I really wanted you to meet her. 2 Americas in one room, the puns would be endless.
Well, that's that situation right there. So I really don't know how they could add War Machine into the game. I'm pretty sure they can think of anything for him to come in, you know, just adding more heroes, needing more heroes for the upcoming Kree invasion. But with War Machine in the game, that could connect to all these different characters, West Coast Avengers, and different plot lines we could see with War Machine being here, man. But you guys let me know what kind of story you can see him coming in. Maybe something happens to Tony, like in the comics, Tony dying and all that. So maybe you can see something like that, or maybe they can kind of rewrite his origins. We bump into Rhodey, Iron Man offers him the job, yada yada yada. But I don't know, anything. I honestly can see anything being good as far as War Machine in this game, man, long as it connects to stuff. I love stuff connecting in stories. But let's get past the story, man. Let's get into the main part of these videos, man, and that's the moveset. Now, one of you guys commented, man, we was kind of having a small conversation about how we should see War Machine and how he differs from Tony, bro. Now, when I first heard of War Machine coming to this game, that was my main question too, of how he would differ from Iron Man, and it's really the weapons, bro. And he's a tank, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when he's fighting, he shouldn't leave the enemy no room to breathe, bro. It should just be a bunch of mainly missiles and weapons, rarely even punches, you know what I'm saying? I feel like for his light combos, you know how Iron Man, he punches with his fist, yada yada yada. But similar to Kate and Clint, they both use swords, but Clint focuses, like when he uses combos, he can also use his arrows within the combos. I think it should be just like that for War Machine. So barely punches, you know, maybe if you hold what is it, square, you can shoot weapons, yada yada yada. As far as his range, man, always have 3 foot of range. Repulsor should be one of them, but I think the way that he shoots them should be way different from Iron Man's version. You know, Iron Man has a little combo where he spins and drops a knee. War Machine's, maybe he can do 2 hands for, you know, all the repulsor range attacks, man, or some type of fancy repulsor thing. Maybe there's a heavier version, or maybe a different type of beam with his repulsors that differs from Tony, man, even if it's like color or maybe a elemental effect to his repulsor beam. And I think that would be cool if they add. Second, obviously want to see some type of Gatling gun, bro. Rapid fire, different effects you can, you know, in your skill tree you can change certain things about it. Like I said, when he's fighting and he's shooting, I feel like you shouldn't leave no enemy room to breathe, man. It should just be a whole lot of weapon, whole lot of bullets flying, man, whole lot of commotion and chaos, really, when you're playing as War Machine. I mean, it's War Machine, you know what I'm saying? It's cause a whole lot of damage. And as for his last one, some type of missile, but it has to be different from Tony. So maybe it can be like a homing missile that follows your enemies, man, and you can upgrade that. Some type of explosive like that I can see. And once again, while he's fighting during the combos, I would like to see other gadgets being used. When War Machine comes into the game, I want to see many different gadgets used, like almost every gadget you can think of being used. You know, maybe if you hold triangle as like just a standard main, you know, like the basic combo, you can whip out lasers for that. Anything really. I want to see all gadgets being utilized with any type of combat, you know what I'm saying? And for the intrinsic, I honestly don't know. I think Iron Man's is that's your energy pretty much, right? I'm pretty sure Iron Man is more of the energy based type of fighting, while War Machine is on more, you know, bullets and heavy artillery. So maybe his intrinsic, maybe he can use some of the energy things. He has all these other gadgets and bullets, but he also can use energy weapons like Tony, so maybe he can throw that in there, man. Or maybe it can be not just like Tony's, but similar to where if it's full, or like when it's maxed out, all of your weapons are like full on ammo. Because you know, similar to Black Widow, she can run out of ammo. I don't think they should make War Machine run out of ammo though. Yeah, it should be infinite for all his weapons, but I don't know. You guys let me know what a good intrinsic could be for War Machine. Now let's get into his actual moveset, man. For support, we know in the comics and in the movies he was injured and he had to get, like, you know, help. That's what I was mentioning earlier. Some of his limbs are like vibranium in one run in the comics, but maybe for his support he can put up a barrier while he's in his suit, you know what I'm saying? He has a lot of different you know, life support system things that can help him. So maybe it's like a barrier, a shield that can be up for a certain amount of time that does no damage, and maybe it can heal you at the same time depending on where your health is at. I feel like that would be pretty OP, and especially being in a suit like War Machines, you know what I'm saying, with all these different gadgets and equipment to heal yourself and, you know, life support. You can get healed if your health is low and put up a barrier for like 20 seconds or something like that. I feel like something like that for support would be smooth for War Machine, man. Now for his assault, man, definitely not a unit beam, even though he can use a unit beam, and I don't want to see that as his ultimate. But assault, I'm thinking of a bunch of missile barrage, man, just shooting them, kind of like on Infinity War. You remember when he did that, he flew past a little barrier and started dropping bombs. Now I know you can do that with Iron Man when you're flying and use your missiles, but maybe as an assault for a War Machine, he can just, you know, have him on his shoulders, his wrists, everything, and he just like goes in a line and just shoots all these explosives out and cause, you know, massive damage to, you know, everything. Now one of the moves and powers I see that's listed on Marvel.com is magnetism. So for an ultimate, what if, I don't know if he can do this, I just thought about this, but what if he can use a gadget or whatever that brings in all enemies close, and then he can use like a massive explosive or something like that once they're all close, and that can be an ultimate. Honestly, I feel like that could be an assault. I feel like the assault that I listed earlier or this ultimate could be switched around, man. You guys let me know. It definitely should involve some type of big explosion for the end goal that caused massive damage. His damage should be way stronger in general, way stronger than Iron Man's anyway. But that's how I'm feeling as far as the moveset, man. Lot of damage, a lot of missiles, a lot of weapons, everything, man. As far as his traversal, obviously he can fly, man. I was talking to one of you guys. Let me see if I can remember your name. Look up your name so I don't gotta say you guys. The big homie Raphael, bro, I hope I'm saying that right. We was talking about how he should be a little bit slower, even though Marvel.com, it does say his speed is fast, so he can go fast while he's in his suit. But maybe in this game, if they want to make him be more focused on the weapons and make his build look, you know, be like a tank, maybe they can make his speed a little bit slower while he's flying. But honestly, I think the speed should be matched to Tony's. I don't know. You can't really say too much about traversal with flying characters. I mean, obviously they can fly. It's really just the speeds we can really talk about. And if it's not exactly Tony's, then I couldn't see it being just a little bit slower. He is an Iron Man. You know, he has an Iron Man suit, the War Machine suit. He can fly with the jet boosters or whatever they're called. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's gonna be pretty fast. Raphael, you said more like a Hulk that can fly, and that's exactly how I see it. Cause with all the weapons he has and big artillery, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Hulk, but can fly. Now, man, some of the villains that were listed on Marvel.com was the Mandarin, as well as Green Goblin. Now, I did forget, Norman Osborn actually wore the Iron Patriot suit in the comics for a while. He took on the mantle, or he stole the suit. I forgot exactly how it went, but that's that connection. We know we're getting Spider-Man. It's only for PlayStation, but maybe, you know, the villains can keep going. I don't know if all the rights are for Sony for Spider-Man villains, and if it's not, then we can definitely see villains like Green Goblin and, you know, the Mandarin coming in. Maybe that's one of the reason Rhodey comes in is because of the Mandarin is here, have something to do with, I don't know, the 10 rings and AIM or Hydra. If Hydra is here with Crossbones coming, something where Rhodey needs to be there. Tony calls up Rhodey. Maybe Tony thought he was dead, or he was supposed to be dead or something, but he wasn't, and he had vibranium in him or something like that. I don't know. There's many ways you can bring him in. There's also the connection to Captain Marvel. I'm gonna talk about that more in her video, but Captain Marvel is a big connection between them two, having their little relationship, and their backgrounds are pretty similar as far as, you know, working and flight and all that stuff. So yeah, man, War Machine is a character I definitely see in the game. Like I said earlier, all the characters we're getting, She-Hulk, War Machine, Captain Marvel, and I already named She-Hulk, right? But all of them, man, they definitely are connecting to what we already have, you know what I'm saying? Especially the way I see it and the way they can do it, and it's all gonna lead up to this Kree invasion. I feel like after the Kree invasion, it's gonna start a new thing. You know, more West Coast Avengers members, Mockingbird, maybe America Chavez. We start getting Scarlet Witch, Vision, yada yada yada, other characters like that. And I actually think it was a one West Coast Avenger. I think Quake was with him. I don't know, but Quake is another character that was leaked. So I think they are going to try to go into the West Coast Avengers route. You know what I'm saying? They are in San Francisco, yada, yada, yada. You guys let me know how you feel about it down in the comments. As always, leave your thoughts, opinions. What kind of villains, other villains do you see War Machine having? What other type of ways he can fit? What some other moves, yada, yada, yada. Always feel free to leave your thoughts. But I'm going to end this up here though, Brian. Stay tuned for the Captain Marvel video, and I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna stop doing these for a while just so we can, you know, see the upcoming roadmap and see how that's looking, and then we'll start doing more characters as we get closer, you know, at least get not War Machine, but Winter Soldier or She-Hulk in the game, so then we can start adding more, so we don't do all of these for nothing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm in this up. If you enjoyed any part of this video, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell so you know when I'm posting, man. Share the content, share the channel, do all of that. I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your boy Cat Get Some G. Peace.